Hi there and welcome to the end of day one right here at Inbound in Boston with me, Mr. Levy. And we thought we'd just give you a very quick update about day one. Lots of stuff coming, lots of product releases. We've got a quick take 5 on some of the products. Levy's been going through a few of the different sessions and some of the things there. I'll kick off if that's all right. So we got one of the main things I think that we got out of Brian and Dharmesh's product launch keynote today. The conversion rate to customer that Dharmesh shared with us was 0.7% for gated content, 13% for the HubSpot new meetings app, but 20% conversion rate to customer for the HubSpot Messenger app. And one of the interesting things, which I thought, Levy, you probably did as well, was the 1.2 billion people that are using Facebook Messenger now, up from 300 million last year. That's like four times, which is just absolutely huge. So one of the first takeaways, I suppose, for us, as we already kind of know, is around the chat bots, the always-on type of brand that you need to do now to get technology working for you. HubSpot, as you would have heard last week, acquired Motion AI, which is obviously a chatbot builder. So there's going to be more about chatbots and how Messenger is going to play an important role in the HubSpot ecosystem.
Yeah, I think from my point of view, we're also involved in the product feature launch. I think that's, for me, that's always a massive thing here at Inbound in terms of product releases, launches, and what's coming, what's brand new, what the HubSpot marketing team sees as something so innovative and integral to where we all are in terms of the HubSpot system. For me, one of the biggest and the best things that they've done this year is better targeting. So they've actually got Facebook lead ads, which has come out just only a bit recently, but they've been working very hard with Facebook to integrate that with the HubSpot system. So using native ads now, hugely important. Also, Facebook audience synchronization on also lookalike. These are the things that you can do now in Facebook, but never before were you able to do that within HubSpot. A couple of other things that I've noted: the native integration now with Shopify. We've always
that was a big one.
Yeah, we've always talked about HubSpot being, when are they going to launch into e-commerce and build their own platform? But they realise that Shopify just has that market. They're so far advanced. So instead of actually competing with such a force in the industry, what they're now doing is they're basically teaming, jumping into bed with them, and that native integration now just makes it so powerful for e-commerce websites. That's absolutely massive.
I did just on that as well, because they brought out that new graphic, which I thought was pretty good as well, where the part that Andrew's talking about now is very much the connect part. So they created this kind of circular motion now instead of the linear stuff that they used to have, with the CRM in the center, and then you've got the marketing hub, the sales hub, then you've got a customer hub, which is again a new release. It's all about the delight stage of the HubSpot journey. Creating conversations with your customers, there's more about that coming up shortly, and then connect, which is that final part of this kind of closed loop or circular aspect that they're doing, which is these integrations, not just with Shopify, but also with some new recruitment in the HubSpot ecosystem, where they're actually going to be bringing on a lot more integrations in the next 12 months.
Yeah, and I think sort of the last one that I really wanted to share with the team and some of our clients is the sales aspect of HubSpot now. We've talked about marketing for such a long period of time. We've already talked about Sales Pro, but I guess one of the biggest kind of releases this year is that Sales Pro is going to go to a whole entire new level. It's going to cost a little bit more, but the value of what it's going to present is going to be significant. Things like team permissions, things like where you can add products, track revenue per product, those types of things. Artificial intelligence is now going to be included within within that side of Sales Pro as well. So there's a lot of more added benefits within the actual sales section. And there's such a big focus this year on the end-to-end solution. They're not just talking anymore about marketing. Yep. They're now talking about how you can think the whole entire journey, from marketing through to sales, through to service, through to customer engagement. That's really that kind of end-to-end message that they're putting through their system this year.
I think the other interesting thing, just to add to that as well, is one of the things they shared with us is that something like 60% of HubSpot customers are actually not on the HubSpot platform. They're on WordPress or other kind of platforms. So they introduced what they're calling the Professional Marketers CMS. They used to call it the kind of COS, which was a bit confusing. It's now improved, the professional market CMS. It includes the standard SSL, which obviously is very important these days for security. Native site search has been introduced. The Google Docs integration, which is I think going to be pretty awesome, and better development environment. So for our development team, it's going to be a greater place. They've rebuilt custom modules and a whole bunch of other things. So some pretty exciting stuff, I think, for day one.
100%. I think you know, for anyone that's sort of watching this, you know, my recommendation is jump on YouTube as quick as you possibly can and look up Christopher O'Donnell's product release. That's, you know, so important from a client, a user perspective. They're going to give you a lot more context over and above what we've just given then. So that's probably my recommendation. And
also I think it's hubspot.com/new is all the stuff as well, where they kind of release some of the product updates. So we'll be back if Andrew stays awake. He's
glazed over.
The jet lag is setting in, but here we are live from Boston for, of course, Inbound 17. We'll be back with more from day 2 tomorrow.